here with Richard Hatch to talk about the entire world. Yeah, this is how it's going to be. So,
by the way, I am the thumb wrestling champion of the world.
Okay, that's what we're going to be getting into.
So right now, 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare thumb war. Go.
Of the world, that's. Oh, jeez! I know there's a little sweat in the studio here. So we can.
Champ! There can be only one.
Well, all of my interviews start like this, so I lose it terribly. I got to say, that's a quick thumb you have there.
Thank you very much.
Honed over
it's lethal.
Years. I know it's deadly.
And look, I got a little hand too. You know, but it's you know what the thumb is. The thumb is the extension of your will.
Oh.
So how you use your will in the world. Some people are like very rigid and tight, and they force and they push. But you know, really, it's like golf. You try too hard, your thumb gets stiff.
Yeah.
Let go. You can move it in any direction. That's the whole trick.
It's pretty. What do you think about?
But I take on anybody. Anybody wants to take on the thumb, the Hatch thumb. Come seek me out.
The Hatch thumb.
I'll be here all weekend.
It just happened to me, and it's deadly. It's like a viper, like a trained viper. So let's talk other thumb topics we have here.
Okay.
So you want to talk Battlestar first?
Sure.
Old, new. Where's it going?
Well, you know, I mean, it's amazing that Battlestar's been on what? I mean, it was out 35 years ago now, which is hard to believe. I am ancient.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still very athletic.
The makeup doesn't get melt off, and then my real age comes forth, and they can see how old I really am. But it's amazing to have been on 2 shows. Both were groundbreaking. They had never made a theatrical style series for TV ever in history. And nobody really embraced sci-fi back then. Even though sci-fi made more money than just about anything, the studios, the networks, everybody seemed to kind of have a, this kind of attitude towards sci-fi. And I think George Lucas, when Star Wars came out and really kind of broke the ceiling and went through that wall, and all of a sudden they realized, oh my God, the amount of money that's available here. And then TV started to pick it up, but they really didn't embrace it. They didn't get it, didn't understand it. So we were on for 1 season. We were in the top 10. We had 65 million people. And they didn't understand the merchandising, the marketing that could have generated billions of dollars. George Lucas took advantage of that, by the way.
Yeah,
the fact that they
definitely
didn't understand that. But nevertheless, the show went off even though we were actually in the top 20 the entire year, but we were on ABC that had 7 out of the top 10 shows. So they really just didn't understand, appreciate what they had there. And obviously over the last 30 years, sci-fi has become stronger and bigger, and obviously games and toys and TV shows and movies have really taken it to the next level. And then the new Battlestar comes back, and what we didn't get in the first show, which was critical acclaim, here we got the real premise of Battlestar was taken to this next level with some wonderful actors, writers, directors, and producers who really went into the core story, got critical acclaim. I think Time Magazine called it the #1 best drama on TV, period. It kind of took away, demystified that sci-fi thing that seems to somehow still disturb people, God knows why. I mean, we used to have pickets, around sci-fi shows like this. Pickets, don't go in there, God doesn't exist inside that place.
Less of that now.
But it's changed a lot. And so, this show kind of, I think, broke the ceiling of saying sci-fi can really be character-driven. It's about something. It mirrors back and reflects a lot of what's going on in the world. Great sci-fi has always been visionary. So, we finally got a chance to do that, and I was very fortunate because I met Ron Moore at the 25th Battlestar Anniversary Convention. We got to know each other, and he asked me if I would be interested in coming on and doing something. And he told me it's a political, a la Nelson Mandela style role, only a little darker.
Yeah.
You're going to get to kill everybody. No, but the point was I got a chance to come back and actually play, for me, a complex, enigmatic, really, really interesting, multi-layered character, which is what every character was like on that show. So it attracted some of the best actors, best writers, best directors. We had 5 handheld cameras. It was very fluid. It was the best probably acting environment that I'd ever been on in my life. And then the rest is history. I mean, I think it went out there and did things that no other sci-fi show has done. And it kind of I think, opened the door to people realizing that sci-fi isn't about foreheads and monsters and crazy stuff like that, which is all cool, by the way. I mean, I love all that stuff too. But it's about real characters, people, real story, things we can all relate to. And they just found an incredible way to do that. And now I think what they're doing is, where do we go next? Caprica's out. That's the prequel. And then they're working on a movie. theatrical movie based on the original, believe it or not, with Bryan Singer, who directed X-Men,
Yeah.
and Glenn Larson coming back, and they're developing a script, and I think Tom DeSanto, who also was one of the producers for X-Men, is involved in that. So there's a lot going on in the Battlestar universe.